a 2-year-old farm. We are ORG Farms, which is a short form for organic. And as you may have noticed in our previous videos, that we have never used chemicals in our farm, and we are completely natural. It's a natural process of farming that we have adapted to. And while we are doing this, while you are on our journey, you've also seen us going through multiple problems that a city dweller who wants to be a farmer and the kind of problems that he faces. So this is a shout out to the Mahindra group to tell them thank you. And I want you to share my journey of how easy it was that once I got associated with Mahindra, a lot of my problems got sorted. A small disclaimer over here, Mahindra doesn't pay me anything for this, and trust me, I haven't even got a single rupee discount from them. But what I have got is far more valuable than a discount. I have got assurance, I have got service, and above all, I have got a friendly guidance. And that's what I want to share with you in this journey. So in this roller coaster ride, I tried a lot of people who were local in Karjat, where my farm is located, to help me out with my farming. And what I quickly realized, because I'm an outsider, generally the advice that I was getting was not right. Sometimes it was so incorrect that I ended up losing money rather than investing it into my farm. And how so? Because I made a shed which I designed, and there were some flaws in the shed, but nobody guided me on the structural problems that existed in this. So what happens is, with the first gust of wind and a cyclone, my whole greenhouse got destroyed. That was the first thing. Second thing, I wanted to do irrigation. I wanted to do drip irrigation in my farm. There were people, there were consultants who were available, but they were all out to fleece money. And in the end of the day, before they even landed up to my farm, they were talking about money. They were not asking me what kind of soil, what pH, nothing. They were more interested, oh, it'll cost this much, it'll cost this much. We might have to do this, we might have to do that. They have not been to my farm. They don't know the water status. They don't know my soil status. I was in a fix. Who do I go to? And this was quite a troubling time. We reached out to a lot of friends out of state. But because we are in Maharashtra, we need someone local. And whenever, if you are a farmer, you need a person to be locally situated to come and immediately guide you. And you won't believe who helped me out with this. It turned out to be my doctor. So you'll ask me, what has my doctor got to do with my farming problem? Well, he introduced me to his good friend, Mr. H.S. Kamath, who is the business head of the farming sector in Mahindra Finance. And he got me across to the various heads or the various departments that could sort my problem out. Now you'll ask me, how? Well, here's how the story is. So the first thing, when he called me up, he was a very amicable, soft-spoken, a good listening individual. And he said, Mr. Sen, how can I help you? And then I said, sir, I've got this small farm and a cyclone completely came in and devastated my shed and everything. And also, just let me interrupt you in between. Sir, now it's raining and the whole place has become soggy. My car can't go till my farm. My first priority that I need help is a Mahindra Thar. Is it any good? That's all I said. The next day, a Mahindra Thar comes to my place and I do a test drive. And within a week and a half, I was a proud owner of a Mahindra Thar, and I still am, because I'm very happy with that vehicle. After that, I told him, sir, I have a couple of more problems. He said, sir, I'm here to help you out, and I can reach out to my colleagues who would be more than happy to help you. Now that my Thar has come, sir, there are other problems that also needs to be addressed. And my first and foremost, which is very time bound, is basically I want to introduce a rice transplanter which plants and which automatically plants in my rice saplings, which has never been done in Karjat. And he himself was surprised with it. He said, sir, it's not a problem. I will have a rice planter come across to your farm, and you can not only plant with it, we will also help you build a nursery before that. So I got a complete solution by a gentleman called Swapnil, who was kind enough to come. And just because I was getting it done, I called in the farmers from the neighboring villages. they all came and they all experienced how easy it is to do rice planting and how inexpensive a process that is. The eventuality of the rice planting was we cultivated vada kolam on a land which everyone told me can never happen. And not only that, my yield was 30% more than what it was. Once that was done, I also told him, sir, I have got a couple more problems which are quite devastating. The first one was my shed. I had made a shed, and I told him I was supposed to start my farming inside the shed, inside my greenhouse, but the cyclone completely destroyed it. He said, not a problem, I'll put you across to Mr. Abhijit Pach. And Mr. Abhijit, who heads the EPC section, put me across to a gentleman called Nipun Sabharwal. Nipun Sabharwal turned out to be a godsend. He not only was helpful in sorting out my problem, he was also a great teacher and an amazing listener. He first accumulated the complete problem that I'm in, and then he sorted out not only my greenhouse, he also sorted out my irrigation.
I had a little talk with Kamal Saab. He had briefed me about the situation there. And I've also gone through the pictures that you had sent me. It really looks like a nasty event. You know, the cyclone was really bad. What I could observe from the initial photographs, it's not just the covering, but the structure also has been damaged from quite a few places. Just by changing the covering at this moment, we would again be making the structure vulnerable for future winds. So my personal suggestion would be, let's do a detailed analysis of the structure. Let's figure out how we can reinforce the structure to sustain the high wind velocities that are faced in this area. And then accordingly, we do the little bit of, structural strengthening. And then we put the covering so that we can be assured that during the next storm, we won't land up in the same situation. What I would need is my engineers to assess the damage correctly, and also to see the existing structure, because it's very important to see, how it has been reinforced and what are the other reinforcements that would be needed. So let's get a detailed analysis done. I'll send in my engineer, and then we will prepare the suggested designs and modifications and then move forward from there.
So Nipunji put me across to Umesh and Sanjay. One was in charge of the shed, one was in charge of the drip irrigation. They both came to a farm. They did a complete map of my farm. They checked the shed. They worked out from where the water sources, what quality of water sources, how I should divide this whole farm into multiple zones. I think they got it into 6 zones. And how I should irrigate the shed, because in the shed I have got raised beds with asbestos sheet. And whatever I see today, it's magical.
I just came back from the farm, and the shade net got over, and the drip irrigation was also done in a very, very satisfactory way. I thought I should call you and express my thanks to you.
No, thanks. Thank you to you people for giving us this opportunity to work there. I have myself been in touch with my team, through video calls there at the site. So I have, though was unable to visit the site, but I have a feel of what has been happening there. In this particular area, it's mostly largely very backward area, and the farmers are also very backward. This particular structure that has come up, I have been in this industry for very long, and I know the farmers, they look for some inspiration. Correct. And I believe the infrastructure now that has been created would encourage a lot of other farmers to adopt new technologies in protected cultivation and drip irrigation, and this could go a long way in helping them, increase their farm incomes.
Actually, the whole purpose of we setting up such a unit is to have like a demo for the farmers around, so that they can be inspired and they can also start replicating it in their own farm.
No, it would be a huge encouragement. And moving further, We are always there for any kind of after-sales service that is needed, both in case of irrigation systems or with the greenhouse. So we are just a call away. I can say, since we are also based close by, we are in Nasik only. So within 24 hours, my team would be able to come and rectify if in case there is some maintenance required.
Thanks,
But it has been lovely being associated with you people, and all the best with the upcoming crop that is to be grown there.
Thanks a lot, sir. And we're extremely satisfied with the services that Mahindra has provided to us.
It was our pleasure. It was our pleasure.
And thanks to Mr. Nippon, today you can see me very happy and doing this video because I want to share my amazing experience of Mahindra. So all in all, it was fantastic. So this is a shout out to Mahindra and to all the people I have mentioned. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart for helping me out. You've not treated me as a client, you've treated me as a friend, and I am doing this as a thank you to tell you that your help means a lot to me. Thank you.